Alright, let's begin. I'm a little bit late because I was trying to sort out a few things. I'm starting off with the USD Swiss franc because it's one that I will be personally trading and monitoring. So right now I'll be paying a little bit more attention to USD Swiss, but let me quickly explain what I meant by the me wanting to sell in a premium. I know many might have seen this chart and probably thought, well, that's not the swing high and that's not the swing low. But if you watched my previous weekly outlook video, you would remember that I said I wanted to see if there was a potential possibility of us creating a swing low, which we did by Monday, not taking the Friday's low there. So I measured from this swing low to the latest swing high, which is over there, not actually there. This is the first swing high. So I measured this and I told myself that I'm looking to sell in anywhere in the premium of this range. So obviously the premium of this range is clearing Monday's high. So I'm expecting a possible Tuesday high of week to continue lower, just like the dollar index. And you're asking about Nasdaq. On Nasdaq, I'm expecting similar stuff actually. I don't like the price action right now. It's not the cleanest, it's not the nicest, but I'm expecting a push up into this fair value gap on a 4-hour. If you notice here, it's a 4-hour fair value gap, and you might be asking why there's like 2 alerts there. Well, one of them is for the fair value gap. This one here is for the new day opening gap that happened last night. If you watched it, you'll see there was a gap up. So there's a chance we could tap it and push up, then drop later. Or we could push up, then drop immediately. So I'm watching both of them, this fair value gap and this new day opening gap. But at the same time, I'm also looking at this breaker. I think it's visible on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour right there, we got a liquidity sweep to the upside, a breakdown to the downside, creating a fair value gap with a breaker. This is the last down close candle before the push up. So this here is technically the breaker. So there's a chance we could, if they really want to give us an extreme premium, this would be where they give it to us and not here. This, yes, is the 4-hour fair value gap, but this is the 1 hour breaker, and I think it's also visible in a few time frames. Yeah, it's also visible here on the 90 minutes, and I think also 30 minutes, but we're not going to be looking at all these time frames. We're just going to focus on the 1 hour, which is simpler. And yeah, I know there's so many lines on my screen right now, which I don't like. It's already putting me on the edge a bit there, but that's what I'm expecting on Nasdaq. I'm expecting the high of week to be in here. This is my most ideal place to look for sales. I probably wouldn't even take it if we get an entry here, unless we get a 15-minute shift in structure of some sort, like in other words, a lower time frame confirmation for me to take it back down. But right now, this is the only place I would blindly take it, with the stop loss being at the high of Thursday, basically. Stop loss there, high of Thursday, targeting the relative equal lows that we have down here at 17,826. So in terms of risk reward, that's a very good risk reward to me, and I'm not going to touch NAS until after CPI, if I ever want to even. But that's what I'm expecting on Nasdaq. Similar price action on the E-mini S&P 500. GBP and ZD, I'm still expecting higher prices from this other block. Yeah, my weekly outlook video outlines what I'm expecting on GBP and ZD. And lastly, I think I was asked about EURUSD. So let's quickly look at it. EURUSD, literally exactly as I outlined on my weekly outlook. I was saying this would be the most ideal place to buy because it's the one place that I saw, the only PDRA that I see and would take that's in discount. I measured from this range high, and actually in the video I think I measured to this range low there, this swing low here, and I said the only PDRA I see in discount is this one and the inversion there. So I said we could see us dip into this and target those equal highs. I'm still in this position actually. I didn't pyramid here. I got in here somewhere yesterday and I didn't pyramid here for a possible Tuesday low of week. We swept Monday's low already. We've displaced to the opposite direction. This is a 1 hour chart, so we just need a closure above a previous swing high for the confirmation to continue higher. We've dipped down into this PDRA below the midnight price and the new week opening gap or Sunday opening price. So yeah, I'm expecting higher prices on EURUSD, higher prices on GBP NZD, higher prices then lower prices on Nasdaq. So that's me basically saying I'm looking to only sell after we get there, if we get there. And then finally USD Swiss, I'm expecting us to take out previous day high, which is Monday, then continue to the downside. CPI comes out in under 30 seconds, so we will monitor and see what they do. 20 seconds. CPI released. EURUSD dropped a little bit there. Okay, all my alarms are going off right now. Let me switch it off. And Nasdaq dipped into the new day opening gap. Jeez. So many things are happening at the same time. Nasdaq dipped into the new day opening gap. GBP NZD spiked down a little bit, but still holding the 4-hour order block. EURUSD spiked down a little bit, but still pushing up. And USD Swiss almost took out the previous day high. It hasn't yet, but I'm waiting to see if it does. As I said, Nasdaq, I'm not looking to sell this until there. So I'm actually gonna delete this to remove the lines on my screen. Delete this as well. Delete the arrow. Let's switch to euro dollar, which I think we just swept the low. I don't know if we have. Yeah, we did. So yeah, now I expect euro to push up from here. I'm not expecting any continuation to the downside anymore from euro. I think the low of day is actually set in already on euro dollar. Okay, let's see. EURUSD Swiss. I haven't checked that chart in a while. We got a soup, a total soup of the previous day low into this high time frame PDRA. Well, I say high time frame because I'm gonna go to the lower time frame in a little bit. We typically wait for about 30 minutes after. Okay, and GBP and ZD is trading lower. I have an entry on this. My stop loss is right there. It might sweep the lows and stop me out, but that's fine because that's within my risk parameters. EURUSD still meandering, hasn't really done much on this side. AUD Swiss failed to take out the previous day high and looking like it's rejecting right now. So I'm still just watching. I'm waiting for about 30 minutes after the news because I would like to see if we could get a 5 minutes setup, because we are technically still below the midnight price and the Sunday opening price. But of course, time hasn't yet passed. I'm waiting for about 30 minutes to pass for me to pull the trigger. So I guess we just wait. We still have basically 25 minutes until everything has died down a little bit. But I'm waiting for a 5 minutes shift in structure and entry, and my target is still 1.1. I'm no longer focusing on USD Swiss because I think we're probably going to just have an SMT divergence between the dollar on its own. So I'm not going to focus on USD Swiss anymore. I actually deleted my pending order on that as well. You said yen daily. Oh, nice. UJ tapped into this. Personally, not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't have taken it. That's a nice institutional order flow entry deal or something like that. I forgot what ICT calls it, but it's basically IO Fed. I personally wouldn't have entered it because I'm measuring from this swing low to the latest swing high, which is all the way there, actually here. We did not get into premium, so I wouldn't have touched this, and I wouldn't be blindly selling a daily fair value gap as an intraday trader or intra-week trader. So not my favorite. Of course, as we can see already here on the daily, USD JPY swept the previous day's high and even Friday's high in this case. USD CAD did the same, swept the previous day's high. We can see over there. USD CAD swept the previous day high. So I think there's an SMT divergence between those and USD Swiss because we failed to take those previous days highs. So I think USD Swiss is so bearish, so weak, that we might not need to come back into premium anymore for it to push down. Just my opinion, of course. It can still come and take it, who knows. But my opinion says that we might not need to do that anymore. And we might just look for a 5 minutes or 15 minutes entry because of this rejection to continue lower. But I'm not going to be paying attention to this. I'm going to look at euro dollar right now, because on the 4-hour chart we can see that we just came off of this bullish order block. Didn't even tap it actually. It didn't touch it. But either way, we swept the previous day low. I'm just looking for a proper entry so I can set my orders and everything. EURUSD is still chopping around. GBP and ZD close to hitting my stop loss on the trade idea. So I'm just going to watch that play out. Whatever the result is, I am content with it. Of course, I don't want it to clear the sell side liquidity. I don't want to get stopped out, but I'm content with it because it's part of my plan, my risk plan for the week. Euro dollar, we're still waiting for after CPI. I don't like this idea too much though, because everybody else from what I've seen on Twitter and other platforms are looking to buy euro as well. So I don't like it when the flock is also wanting the same thing, but it is what it is. So here we've tapped into it, as I've already mentioned, sweeping the previous day low. What I'm waiting for those that are just getting here now, I'm waiting for a shift in structure to the upside. And looking at the way we rejected so quickly, coming back to the midnight price, I get the feeling this might be one of those instances where I would be forced to buy in a premium. I say premium as in premium for the week. So we might get, for let me try and make this a little bit cleaner. We might get something like this. This is a 5-minute swing high now. If we get a closure above this swing high, going into equity open, if we get a closure, a candle closing above this swing high on a 5 minutes, after sweeping the previous day low, after rejecting from a high time frame PDRA, I would like to see us create a fair value gap after closing above this swing high, creating a BC of some sort that I can use to buy it up. And we have so much room to the upside to 1.1 level, so I'm not really in a rush. But as I said, it would be the most ideal scenario to buy below the midnight price and below the Sunday opening price. But in this case, since we are not crazy enough to try and buy this, because this is below the midnight price, which is the yellow line, and the blue line is the Sunday opening price. So this is a PDRA in discount. We could have bought this, but if you want to follow order flow, knowing that you've missed this, you would probably or likely have to buy in premium. Or if we are fortunate enough, we might get a fair value gap that's created within this area, this blue and yellow line, which is the Sunday and midnight. So we might get a tap into this area, like something like so. We might get a tap like this. So we'll still be in discount technically for the week in order to buy this up. But as I said, I'm waiting for a 5 minutes confirmation for this idea. Our drawn liquidity is 1.1. I've already mentioned that many times now, but just in case. Oh, I see that GBP and ZD has cleared the sell side, and I also see that it has stopped me out on my trade, on the meta trade I'm looking here on my phone. So this idea is scrapped, and I'm now looking at the weekly fair value gap. We might come back into this and possibly give us an entry for next week to take it back up to buy side. So yeah, that's just something I'm looking at on the side. Let's see, I'm checking my MetaTrader quickly. Okay, that's fine. I was just making sure that everything is still within my risk parameters, so it is, and it's all good. So GBP and ZD, waiting for this now. Let me actually set an alert while we're here. But it also means I will not be paying attention to it anymore, for at least for now, because it's gonna take some time to create a shifting structure and SMT divergence for me to consider taking this back up. EuroCAD, as I said, still chopping around. Our target is this buy side liquidity because of the equal highs, perfectly equal highs up there. So we're still looking to see if it gets there. Of course, it might not get there now, but Euro is a London session pair and CAD is a New York session pair. So who knows? We might see post CPI, we might get there. Euro dollar, still waiting for confirmation. The 3 minutes has not given me anything I would have taken. If maybe I was that insane, I would have probably tried that. The tap on the midnight price, using this as an order block. I'd have probably tried that, probably put my stop loss there, but that's very risky and it's not something I trade personally. So out of personal preference, I would rather wait for a closure above this swing high. What are you guys looking at on your side? I know Alan, you looking at Nasdaq there, so let's see what's going on the indices. Let's actually see what's going on with the interest rates. Oof. The 5-year bond, insane. Tapping back into that PD area. I don't even know what PD area that is. I think that's a CB from a weekly. This is insane. But the rejection is showing us extreme bearishness. This also means that dollar is likely to push down. So now I hope this indication, this is a daily chart by the way, and getting this huge rejection there. This should already show you that I am very bearish when it comes to the dollar. So that makes it very hard for me to even be considering sells in this. Look at this. Look at the weekly chart. Nothing here convinces me to sell. Daily chart, nothing convinces me to sell. So yeah, but also at the same time, nothing convinces me to buy. So it's a bit of a 50-50 situation, and because of that, I would rather just stay out. Let's set an alert here actually while we're looking at Nasdaq. I'm waiting for a closure above a swing high on a 5 minutes, not a 1 minute this time, because I believe we still have a lot of room to run to the upside. Trying to clear off a few things on my chart, on my MetaTrader. Jeez, what's going on? Okay. I forgot what events we actually have today. Let me check. I think we have a 10-year bond auction at 1, which actually does has a lot of action in the market from my experience. So just something to keep an eye out on. There's a chance we either chop around or we actually come back to take this low, which would be insane. But the possibility is there, so it's not something to neglect. Okay, we're just checking a few things. Let's go back to our indices. Oof, this is nasty. So we got the new day opening gap there, sort of respected, not really, not in a way that I would have liked, because I had a pending order set here actually, then I deleted it about 2 hours ago. I set my pending order to buy there with my stop loss being right here, but I'm trading CFDs, so there's a chance that spreads might have taken me out. Who knows? I don't even know. But yeah, I had an order like so, targeting where I wanted to sell it from. So yeah, but right now, not touching this. Don't know if you're in it already on your side, Alan, but for as long as the dollar is gonna be bearish, then I guess she can be looking for buy entries. But it's not the type that I would have liked. Looking at the dollar now, we got sort of similar action. It swept Monday's high. I wonder which fair value gap we tapped into. We didn't even tap into the higher one that I thought. This is the one I thought we were gonna tap into, and I was expecting this one because of USD Swiss, which is also why I'm a little bit 50-50 right now about euro dollar, because I did buy euro dollar halfway down the spike. Let me post this quickly. This is the news event that worries me a little bit. This guy, and it's after lunch at 1:01 p.m. The 10-year bond, it's either going to do what it's supposed to do or really wreck everybody. So because of this news, let me use the currencies for reference to make it a little bit easier to understand. Because of that news, we might either get a little bit of a reversal, something like this, a choppy way down, confusing everybody, making them think, okay, wait, are we going down? Was that just a Judas swing or what? Or, and then probably at 1 we might blast off, because I really think we get this 1.1 level today. I really think we're gonna get that today. So we might either get this, or we might get a consolidation, like as in everybody's going to just be wiped that are scalping. We might get a movement like this until the news at 1, which I'm expecting to still take out that buy side. So either way, I'm expecting that buy side liquidity to be swept, which is the 60 days high, no, 40 days high, sorry. It's a 40 days high. So I'm expecting this 1.1 level to be tagged today either way. But how it's going to do it between now and the news, as I've already shown you guys at 1, it's going to be the question. So, yeah. Again, I don't know if you're still in the trade, Alan. I don't know if you actually took any trade. I don't know if you took this trade. I deleted my order. Yeah, I deleted my order. I didn't want to touch this anymore. So I don't know if you took it. If you took it, nice, break even now. If you didn't, then I'll say wait for this, then look for a reversal. But the thing is, if the dollar is really going to keep pressing lower, then selling this is going to be hard, especially when they're in alignment. You can see that clearly in alignment. Dollar went and swept Monday's high. This guy, the indices, tried to sweep but didn't, and then now pushing higher. So it's a bit of an iffy position to be. Checking out the overnight session, which is London session technically. We're still in it. Something interesting I'm already seeing while I'm here is the two deviations of the overnight session. So far, of course, it's not like it's ended. It ends at 9, which is in 7 minutes. But assuming that this will be the range of the overnight session, we can see that standard deviation 1 and 2 are right there. Price may actually come here in between both of them, which is coincidentally the breaker, and continue lower. Who knows? Personally, not touching it unless I see an A+ setup to sell this off. Who knows? I might touch it, but no. I'll keep an eye out on that 1 p.m. news. It's really going to wreck a lot of people. Look at that. Speaking of wreckage, Euro-dollar is already doing this. Went for London session low, previous day low, came back all the way to clear London high, did not touch the previous day high yet, and trading lower, as I said. I always say these things but never really listen to my own instructions, because I should have closed it off the trade that I took, which is now at break even. Yeah, perfectly at break even. But either way, I'm still expecting higher prices. But this was exactly what I was talking about, that there's a chance we could just come back down in a funny manner. We might even go up again at 9:30, clear the highs again, and then come back down within the range, basically chopping around everybody, because a lot of people are buying, a lot of people are selling right now. So yeah, let's just watch and return at 9:30 opening. I guess it's already almost 9 and not much has happened. I've already set an alert here to let me know when we close above a swing high. So we're still keeping an eye out on this setup, but for now let's just wait for 9:30. Um, okay, so two things. I I think we might get another liquidity sweep based on how the chart is moving right now, and I think the 1 p.m. news, the 10-year bond, if you're interested, the 10-year bond, I think this might be the only thing to take us to the buy side. But either way, my condition remains the same. I'm waiting for any swing high on the 5-minute chart to be closed, preferably by a fair value gap, a BC, for me to take it up. So that's all I'm looking for on euro dollar. And secondly, I want me to check euro CAD. Euro CAD, I am bullish, as I said. I'm waiting for that buy side. We have now on the hourly chart inverted this fair value gap. Well, not even now, actually it happened some time ago, before CPI. Ignore all the notifications from Discord. But yeah, we've now inverted this fair value gap, and a possibility of having the low of week to be now on Tuesday. This lower time frame is always so choppy on this pair, but still moves. So we got the entry we wanted from the weekly outlook, which is right there, the ideal buy, which is what I labeled it as, and then equal highs there as the target. We are below the Sunday opening price, which is good. It's the main thing I'm looking for. This is Friday's price action, obviously we can see that there, and this is Monday's price action. So I'm expecting this to be Tuesday low of week. In other words, if I decided to buy right here where it is without waiting for any PDRA, I mean technically we are in this inversion fair value gap, I would be having a setup that looks like this, which is a nice solid 2.5 RNR there. So yeah, I would literally take this trade anytime. I'll take this trade any day. Just set this up, set that up, and that's all. Looking for those equal highs, possible Tuesday low of week, inversion fair value gap on the 1 hour. I don't know if that's good enough for the person asking. It's already pushing up, actually. Okay, so that's EURUSD. I don't know if you wanted something on a lower time frame, but lower time frame right now looks messy to me, so I'll just stick to the 1 hour chart and hold it throughout the week. It's probably gonna get there today even, but if you wanted something on a lower time frame, I would have looked for this on CPI. Yeah, no, this is not clean. This is not the cleanest price action, but I'll just stick to the hourly. Let's see if we got a no. I think the 15 minutes is 30 minutes is a little bit better. So yeah, I think it's best to just stick to this time frame. So I'm expecting a continuation to the upside. I don't even know if the person that asked is still around, but that's what I would like to see. I don't know why my Discord is going off like that today. Huh. Let's see what's going on there. Okay. Yeah, I think this is all on EURUSD. And Nasdaq basically did not go anywhere, so that's fun. I really don't think I'll be touching the indices today. UJ, we have this sell side liquidity. It's not equal. I was expecting it to be equal with this one, but it's not. Let's see what it is. Not equal. 484, 488, but they are relative equal lows. That is a reasonable target for today. It does not mean right now, just for today. Yeah, it's a target for today. If I'm looking for where to reverse from, I'll probably be looking for this fair value gap. Yeah, it's the higher one on the daily, but overall on USD JPY, I'm not actually looking for buys. These highs, I'm not satisfied with how they left them up there. They're way too equal to me. I don't like that buy side liquidity, and that buy side liquidity is way too close to this all-time, well, close to the all-time high right there. So because of those two things, I'm not really favoring selling Euro JPY. Not yet, at least. If we had maybe swept those highs and the all-time high, then it would make more sense, but right now, no. Measuring the range, we haven't even tapped the 50% either, so we could still see some lower prices for now. Come back to the 50%, then push up, but no, not the best pair to trade right now. On the daily, I've already mentioned that we did not tap the premium, which is right there, the consequent encroachment of this daily CB. So the news might be the one to do with the 10-year bond news, bond auction. Who knows? I don't know any of these things. We might just reject from here and just have this aggressive pullback to make more people want to jump in out of the excitement. Personally, I'm not going to be part of that. Let's go back to euro dollar. Euro dollar doing exactly what I feared it might want to do. Retraced that entire movement. We came back, we came down, swooped the lows, rejecting higher. I would have liked us to tap the consequent encroachment of this fair value gap, or the order block from the 4-hour chart. This order block right here. I would have liked that, but we didn't tap it, so we might get the low of day and low of week at the order block before continuing higher. Again, anything is possible. We might just clear these lows, who knows. I say that because we have an SMT divergence on the with the pound with GBP USD. Let's clear these drawings. Let's look at both of them from the daily actually. We can see this here, these targets that this target that I have at 1.1, that's the 40 days high, but on GBP USD we have cleared the 40 days and 60 days highs. So there's this massive SMT divergence right now, right there. And geez, if we want to use the 60 days, it's actually even steeper. So it would look something like this. We have this massive SMT that could indicate some lower prices coming up. Who knows? Might get that. But of course, as I said already, I'm expecting higher prices. And I'm expecting the daily candle today to turn bullish, clearing the 1.1 high. Without taking the low of Thursday. Let's mark out the low from Thursday and see what it looks like on a lower time frame. Oh, it's basically the order block low. Yeah, I would like to see us push up from here, but right now I don't see anything enticing. I will wait to see if we get some sort of move after the 9:30 opening, and then probably give it 30 more minutes before we end the stream. My condition is already clear, as I've mentioned multiple times. I'm waiting for any swing high to be violated, preferably by a BC. For example, this one. This is a swing high. Well, it's not even confirmed yet because this candle is still moving right now. But if this candle closes as it is right now, I would wait for this swing high to be broken and closed above, then fair value gap to enter for higher prices. If I don't get anything like that, I'm not interested. So for now, let's just keep it up there and wait.
If that cat will go and bite. You know, to be that bad.
All right, so I'm just gonna end it there now. I've already outlined exactly what I'm looking for. I'm expecting a swing high to be broken, preferably by a fair value gap, and then a continuation to the upside on the 5 minutes chart. But right now, I think we'll still go lower a little bit more, probably to get to this gray line, which, if you remember, was the 4-hour order block right there. So we might still tap into this order block basically before continuing higher. And I'm also expecting CPI to be the one to reel people in, make people think that we are finally going to push higher, and only to drop lower, then eventually push higher during the 10-year bond auction at 1 p.m. But I'm not going to stay live until 1 p.m. So I'm just letting you know what my idea is, what my plan is going into the rest of the day. Of course, on EURUSD, I've already said that I'm expecting this inversion fair value gap to hold price and push it higher. I'm still in this trade and I'm expecting the buy side liquidity, which is the equal highs that I highlighted in the weekly outlook video, to be tagged hopefully by today, because Euro is a London session pair, and London session currency, and London session closes at around the same 1 p.m. So I'm expecting us to push higher, at least clear these buy side liquidities, make a new high of week at the very least, then tomorrow clear the buy side liquidity. The same goes with the Canadian dollar, which is also a New York session currency. So I'm expecting a continuation to the upside on EURUSD. On GBP NZD, my idea has already been violated. I basically got stopped out at the low there, and price seems to be pushing higher. I'm still bullish on this, and I'm still expecting that buy side liquidity to be cleared, these ones, but we may first tap into this weekly buy side imbalance before pushing up there. So for now, I'm not looking at it. I've been stopped out. I've taken my loss for the week on GBP and ZD, which I perfectly planned ahead of time. It's not like I jumped in during CPI. I was already in from yesterday. So yeah, got violated here. So I'm waiting for this now to potentially push us higher on GBP and ZD. On the indices, I'm expecting a chop until 1 p.m. And yeah, from a high time frame, still bullish because of the dollar index. I'm only bearish when we get a proper market structure shift on the weekly chart or the daily chart, a proper one. Right now, I'm still bullish, so we might tap into this and reject from this to push lower. A possibility, but not something I'll be participating in. And of course, for currencies, I've already mentioned what I'm looking for. So that's all I have for now. Stay safe, good luck, and good trading.